one of the clearest signs that you're evolving is a complete change of your interests and things that align with you. I no longer align with many things, especially people. My circle's got smaller. Sometimes there's periods of loneliness, but there's also an understanding that those that came before, they're just no longer interesting anymore. They never grew. That's really where the problem is. So sometimes you can feel bad for yourself, like why don't I have this circle, or why don't and then I had a bit of an epiphany, and it was kind of like your energy is so rare that very few people can handle it. Very few people can be attached to that. And I thought, because that's what it should come to me, and I thought that makes so much sense. Yeah. I easily offend weak people. I don't like saying it like that, but that's just how it is. Fickle people, weak-minded, sensitive. It is what it is. So I can give people inspiration. I can help people see things in different perspectives, but inherently, most people can't handle it in long bursts, so they can't stay. Other people, they don't like how confident, assertive I am, so it's perceived as arrogance, egotistical. I get it. It's just, it is what it is. Like I said, it's polarizing. It's just, it is what it is. So my circle's small, sometimes by selection, my own choice. Sometimes just other people just can't align with it, and that's fine. But what I noticed, especially through, I think social media is a great barometer of that. Is does content you used to enjoy or you used to absorb continue to interest you? Because for me, it's not. I am like hyper scrolling at the moment on TikTok, to the point like I'm very rarely watching content. I'll get a lot of synchronicities through my content. Yesterday it was the song "Hungry Eyes." I kid you not, I had that like without even liking it. I kept scrolling and I just kept getting hungry eyes. When I listened to it, it had a deep connection to a love interest, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's surreal! Like that's mental." So in the end, I just started like listening to the song and the lyrics. I'm like, "Yeah, that's some crazy signs from this universe right there." Um, but there was some cringy content that I recognised. There's some like, I don't like to pick at people, and I'm definitely not going to name names. But I don't know. It's this, especially in the tarot community, is where I'm seeing it. It's females in the tarot community, but I find it a little weird, in all honesty. Um, they do this thing where they leave the camera still, and then they walk away from the camera, and they do like this weird curtsy or this pose thing, almost like trying to show this femininity without looking feminine. It's like, I know as a guy that can really come across bad. I don't know, but it's like, my god, that's weird. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do there, and it just doesn't seem natural. It seems very I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing there, but I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what you're trying to do. I'm not getting the message. I'm not getting the message. And also within that content, I've outgrown the message within it. I think I'm seeing things from a higher perspective now, and I'm just either I'm aligned with similar concepts, so I don't need to hear it, or I've outgrown the concepts. But one thing I have noticed, which is quite interesting, is some of the content I am seeing, especially through tarot readers, is they have a similar aura to me. This camera's doing my head in. They have a similar aura to me where they've got a confidence in themselves. That's one thing I have noticed. Almost like full well if someone was to come to them, they'd have to come correct, and they're not going to allow just anyone in their energy. That's something I've noticed, and I picked up on that. I thought, that's interesting. So there's a certain level of status there. But like I said, this hyper scrolling is happening because I'm just bored shitless now. To be honest, there's always everybody and anybody who sell their grandmothers to be famous. Whether it's just creating regurgitated content that everybody else has already done. They do a million of them, and it's like, oh my god, this is just so fake. It's like, or you've got people doing setups where they're pretending this just happened. It didn't just happen. You set the whole process up. It was just completely fake. It's been manipulated for views, and everybody's stupid and gullible. It becomes a bit like this when you start to realize it really deeply. It's the level of gullibility that people have with content. And this camera, why does this camera keep doing that? Get on my nerves. So there's a couple of content creators as well that I just think absolute numpties. And I can say that. Now, I don't like calling people out individually, but with these two, I can make an exception, and I think it's fair game. So, like I said, if there's any content creators I don't particularly like or find them irritating or whatever, but I don't like to personally attack people. So in my mind, of course, when I see the content, I'll scroll on. I'm like, oh, you're just annoying. These two I can pick up on, and I should explain why I can talk about them. So we got Perez Hilton. I've spoke about him already before. I think absolute dipshit. It's crazy to me. These are like gossip channels. Now, the reason I can talk upon this person is because they've spent their whole content talking about other people. You talk about people, you're fair game for others to talk about you, because that's the only way it works. Otherwise, what gives you the right to talk about someone else, you know? So all his content is a gossip channel, celebrity gossip. There's another channel that's very similar. Got a horrible voice. You know, if you can criticize people, I can criticize. We can all do it. Go around in circles. So Perez, I made a video before. I'm not going to keep calling these people out. I think they're idiots, and I don't want to start being that person. But you know, sometimes we've got to shine a light somewhere here, shine a light on the dipshits. So I said he did like Liam Payne had only passed 2 days ago, and he had already made 25 videos on Liam Payne. And it's just like, you don't need to keep feeding us this information. He's talking like he's like a journalist, you know. And it's like, if you're a One Direction fan, you know, you don't listen to this. And then you talk, and then you see another one of his videos, and he'd introduce it similarly, and it's like, mate, just let it rest. Let it rest. Jesus. So anyway, like I said in that video, he'd done 25 videos on Liam Payne within 2 days. And I just had a little look, because another one come up. It was this one here, I think. I think it was this one. But since then, he's still done yet another one. I'm not sure if it ended there or not. I'm not going to go and count them all again. But it said just watch that one. That might have been the one where I counted from. Yeah, because it looks similar like that one, doesn't it? So we've done 25 videos at that point, if I'm counting correctly. If we just count across now, another Liam Payne, yeah? So 25. So we've got 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. At this point, he's done 30 videos on Liam Payne in short succession. He just don't stop. He's relentless. Absolute cretin. You know what I mean? You like let people rest in peace, or create something of substance and stop coming up with new shit. Just make it all in one video. Why not just wait? Because they have to be the latest to talk about it. That's the problem. Then you got this other woman, and she's got a really horrible voice, and I'm not even going to pretend I can't put up with this shit. When I looked at her, I think she had like 300,000. Now she's got nearly 800,000 followers, and you're like, these are like the morons. This is what social media has become, though, because it shows what is the trend. What are people attracted to? They're attracted to idiots like this. She's just fascinated with. She's even jumping on the Liam Payne situation, but she's always talking about this Lieutenant Dan situation. She's obsessed with him. She literally can't go a moment without thinking about it. But she's clearly a trend person who jumps on trends to give herself a platform. That's all she does, is talk about other people to make herself relevant. I'm not doing that. I'm just calling it out right now in this video. This isn't something I do regularly, and I don't intend to do. But I find her irritating as shit. She's a sad act. And look at this. Just listen to this shit. How can this be entertaining? And you got nearly 800,000 people who've actually find her entertaining enough that they actually follow her. What a freaking moron. Oh, my sound's gone funny. Wait a minute. Oh, this does weird in. Oh, it should have worked. Oh.
Are coming in about this. They're going to sue me for defamation with the no money they have. And guys, I'm going to call it right now. I think we need to start a GoFundMe so they can have the funds to sue me for defamation, which is absolutely a thing. If you've been watching my videos, especially go watch the last one. It's probably the best one I've done.
None of them are good. They're shit. She's really annoying. I'm not sugarcoating it. I think she's an absolute cretin of an individual. And I saw someone else as well. There was a video. It was only a random video pop up, but they just said they like to get themselves all comfortable and cozy. Then they like to watch true crime documentaries. And so many women commented saying, "Oh my god, me too, me too, me too." And I just thought, what has society become? True crime is entertainment, and this is the real problem. Is people have this morbid fascination with things like that, you know, and that's why they follow these cretins. Liam Payne's lost his life, so now they're all jumping on a bandwagon and they're getting notoriety from covering it because people have a morbid fascination with someone's demise, and then they want to go through their whole history. They want to go through the story. They want to find out how it happened. It's like, mate, just stay in your own lane. You don't need to know these things. They're irrelevant. Let people die in peace. But people won't let it happen, will they? So the real problem is there has to be a victim for someone's entertainment. That's literally what it becomes. So if there's no victim to your content, then people don't seem to be interested, do they? And that's how human psychology works. It's like quite crazy to me. That literally someone has to suffer for your biggest form of entertainment. And that's why I don't watch true crime documentaries, for instance. I'd admit I used to watch them when I was younger because you didn't really have that connection to that point, really. You're not thinking that deep. Now I do. So if someone's, I'm not going to say it, but there's been a tragic moment, someone's had their life taken out of their hands, sort of things, and it's like that is not entertaining to me in the slightest. The idea that someone has actually been that terrified in that moment, and someone is that evil to do something, and you're watching it like with your popcorn. This ain't a TV. This ain't like fiction here. This isn't a movie. This is real life. You know, I don't get it. I think it's sick. And that's literally what the internet's becoming, a bit sick in all honesty. Like I say, I look at the social media influencers, and even one of them even admitted the other day, and I was like, I do this all day long. And they said, like, everybody, no one's your friend within that influencer community. No one's your friend. Everybody always attaches to each other to stay relevant and give themselves a platform. And that's exactly, I knew that. I said that all along. That's exactly what that is. So that's literally what social media has become. If you actually look at it deep enough, it's people who are trying to be influencers. They're just using other people for status and pop themselves up. Other people are creating news content based on someone else's suffering, and they just don't stop hammering it. They'll grind it to death just to get their followers up, to get their creator fund, to get financial reward. That's what they'll do. And then you get another subsection who create fake content for it to go viral, and they'll act like it just happened. And it's just all of social media is fake and shallow for the most part. You know, I try to be different. I don't try. I am different. I am completely transparent. But something occurred to me earlier. There was one of these influencers, and he keeps getting banned from this platform. I'm not going to say their names, but I just thought, why not make your own platform at that point? You know, if you're going to keep getting banned, just make your own one. I don't know how easy that is, but within myself, I have an awareness that for the content I create, I don't even know if a platform currently exists. You know, I'm quite outspoken, but I just want to inspire people really to uplift themselves and live a better life, living a life in alignment with you. It's like, don't be influenced by the dipshits. Don't let that be your role model. Don't let that be what influences you to create content. You know, it's like, be yourself and let that shine. You know, it's a lot harder, of course, and it's a slower process because unfortunately, right now, people are entertained by morons, and unfortunately, that's just the way life's got. And like I said, it's reached a point now where I'm hyper scrolling. It's just, this is boring, this is boring, this is boring. Seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it. It's nothing new, and yet it exists because everybody keeps investing in it. People see it as entertainment. So, like I said at the beginning, you know, I've outgrown a lot of my environment. I'm ready for better. I'm ready for new. And that's just where I'm at. And right now, I don't have that new, but I'm excited about what may come in the future. I'm ready for it. Right now, I'm bored in the current circumstance, the current environment. Yeah, it's just nothing new for me. There's nothing here for me now in terms of like the people I'm aligned with and or other things. It's like that's a chapter closed. It's a chapter ended. Anyone that maybe inspired me in the past, they just don't inspire me anymore. You know, it's just nothing. There's nothing to gain in the situation. That's not putting myself on a pedestal or trying to prop myself up. It's just an awareness. So if you ever find yourself maybe a bit alone, a bit isolated, and maybe it makes you feel a little bit insecure at times, just recognize that, you know, you've just outgrown society at the moment. The current trends of where they're at are no longer, it doesn't align with you, and people can't handle you, and people may try to fit you into a box that just doesn't exist, and that's okay because it means you're ready for the next phase, where however that comes to pass. But yeah, like I say, I read people like a book. I observe and I see things immediately. I'm so quick at analyzing, and it's like, you know what? I've seen the way social media is at the moment, and I see everybody. It's ridiculous, the fakeness. Um, yeah, I just it bothers me, and I don't like it. So Yeah, I mean, I may still make content, I may not, but I know I've got to stop looking at this shit because it's just getting on my nerves now. I'm not literally. I like everybody else, you know. I'll sit there and one more video and just keep watching. Really, I watch in the freaking sheer hope that something comes across my feed that interests me, and sometimes some rare video does, and you enjoy it. Something I've been enjoying is the Andrew Garfield thing. Let me see if I can find that. There is I like Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. It was so underrated. For me, that was my favourite Spider-Man's. He did two, and then he got cut off because apparently he didn't do something for Sony. He didn't attend something, and so they cancelled him. And it's like, my God, he was the best Spider-Man. I know most people would go Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland, but I think Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. He was awesome. He's got a real innocence to him. I like him. He's got genuine energy, you know. You think, I can trust this guy. I like him. He's not hiding anything. Not saying the others are, of course, but it's just, this is it. So, a couple of videos I liked. Let's see if we can get them. And it's like it's like, this is nice.
I think we'd have a really...
It's like an innocent connection with someone. This is what I'm attracted to, you know, genuine, sincere things. Honesty, you know. So I think this person, I'm not sure who the person is he's dating. I'm not aware up with celebrities. I'm not sure if she just interviews people, but they've got this chemistry together, and I don't think it's fake. Of course, he's an actor, but I don't think it is. And there's a lot of, but then I started seeing other people are seeing this content too, and it's like, this is pretty sweet. It's nice. It's endearing. This is what I'm attracted to, you know, genuine things, connections, not this fake drama shit where people just want to be famous at any cost. This is what I like. So this is a situation where you've got a famous actor, and I think someone that does interviews, and they've got this. You can see there's a connection there. There's a spark, and people. I think there's a lot of. I don't know because I'm not aware of it, so I haven't Googled it. You know, I'm not aware. Are they in a relationship or not? But if they're not, there's a spark there and a potential for it. One of the videos pointed out that 2 years prior, there was this hint towards, and then 2 years later, now, of course, that they're actually sitting together. So it's beautiful.
I think we'd have a really nice time without the camera. I think we'd just enjoy each other's company. Maybe not. Fuck it.
I think we should be friends.
Okay. Great.
So,
Done.
great. So we could hang out.
Okay.
Did I just friend zone this situation?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Unless that's what you want.
No, I don't know what I want.
Okay. You haven't got to know what you want.
You have my number.
Do I?
Yes.
I
You
do.
asked for my number at a party.
I did. I think we'd have a really nice time without the camera.
I would much rather a camera setup was wide panned because I don't like this keep panning between put this person. It makes you dizzy. Well, at least it does me. But anyway, forget that. That was beautiful.
Would you be more attracted to me if I had an Academy Award?
Maybe, yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your honesty.
Maybe,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I get it. I
Maybe,
get
yeah.
it. Just like my father.
Yeah, because it would then like come around your house and it's just there.
It's just there, casually, like a doorstop for a
You know
bathroom.
what I mean? Yeah, it would be kind of hot, to be fair.
Fuck.
Academy Award winner.
Fuck. My longing is back for it. Yeah, but then I'm like trying to please you, and that's fucked up.
Why?
That's not the kind of relationship I want.
I actually don't care if you're an Oscar winner or not.
But I would be hotter.
No, you're already like kind of hot.
Would you be more attracted to me if I had...
What I'd make a point here immediately is this is endearing. I like this. But it's more the fact, even if you took away the content itself, would you call, this isn't about status now. This isn't about like someone's celebrity. This isn't about anything of that, like wealth. Take all that away. Just consider the people. If you was ranking someone's like personality, aura, charisma, what would we rank these people? I would say I think they look like beautiful people to me, compared to these other cretins on the internet. He seems really kind, and she seems really nice. That's nice.
I had an Academy Award.
Maybe, yeah.
Thank you for your honesty.
Maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
no, I get it.
Maybe,
I get
yeah.
it. Just like my father.
To us and our future date.
Whenever, really,
Okay.
whenever. Well, not whenever, but like when we can both do it.
Okay, great.
Should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, I'm into you.
Yeah.
And baby, even on the worst nights,
So that's nice, isn't it? And it's like you get a feel for people. You know, are you a kind person? That's what I'm attracted to. So I know, I can come across maybe opinionated, a bit arrogant, whatever. I couldn't give a shit. You know, let's be honest. And The reality is, I just don't care what people who I don't align with think about me. The ones that have those opinions are the same people I've got no interest in. So it doesn't matter, does it? For me personally, I'm not going to lower myself to fit in with people who have low morals, or I'm just not interested. They have to to be around me. They have to raise their vibration. They have to raise themselves. So I'm always outgrowing circumstances because I just refuse to play small. I refuse to limit myself, and I refuse to fit in. So, for instance, if people are more interested in, let's say we take away these two now. Oh, let's get back up a minute. Like, for instance, I enjoy that content. I like these people. I've seen one with Blake Lively. She seems really nice too. Ryan Reynolds seems okay. And then, like, that's my sort of vibe. Just people that seem like nice people. Or you can be attracted to people like this.
Fan, I would advise you against getting on the Elon Musk app today.
I'm sorry, I can't deal with this shit. It's going to irritate me just watching him. But that's the point, isn't it? You can either go on the gossip channels with the people like this who are like, you can see, he doesn't look particularly healthy, and that's probably because low vibrational. Gossip shit. Or you can just watch nice people. But some people find nice people boring because they like misery in their life. That's really what it comes down to. Misery makes them feel better, so they have to elevates themselves a little bit to know other people are suffering. That's really sometimes what it comes down to. I think when you're confident in yourself, you're not threatened by someone else's happiness and things. That's really where it comes down to. So yeah, I'm on to a different trajectory. I'm interested in aligning with better quality people now. That's just the way it is, and new opportunities, because this is just boring the shit out of me. The other stuff, yeah, and like I said, sometimes there's some content that would have interested me before, or some content creators that interested me before, but I'm like, I'm bored now. So, I don't know where it takes me in the content creation, in all honesty. Part of me wants to stop for a minute. I have got my books to sort out. I've got to focus. But there's no rush either, though, because I've recently released my other ones. But, yeah, hopefully this has gone some way to showing people, I think, the differences between who you follow, where you put your time and effort, and really what that content provides you. Because when you align with low vibrational content, you're pretty much attaching yourself to that timeline, or you try to inspire yourself and be uplifted. And of course, if you no longer feel aligned with your environment, just recognize it just means you're shifting. You just haven't shifted yet. So we're changing, but we're not quite where we want to be, but we're definitely not where we used to be. So it's a strange place to be. It's a bit uncomfortable, but no doubt it will means that a change is coming.